Hey y'all, today's video is a small Amazon haul to kind of kickstart our curriculum buying for the new school year, so stick around. So if you happen to be new here, you heard me right. This is the beginning of the school year for us. We will start school in February, and so I am starting to slowly get things in and get things together to get us prepared for our new school year. My daughter is 7.5, and to be quite honest with you, I don't know what grade to put her in. I had I had this conversation over in Made to Homeschool, and I got mixed answers. And let me be clear, I don't really care about grade level. It just would kind of simplify things, because everything else goes by grade level. And so it would just be nice to say my daughter is 7.5. She is going, this is her second grade year. If I look at it that way, then yes, this would be second grade based off of legally what we have done. This would be second grade for her. But really it's probably closer to like third grade. So, we're just in between. We're in 2.5 grade. How about that? 2.5. So just to kind of give you a little bit of a reference of where she's at. So these mainly are books that we have gotten for the new school year. And I'll just kind of briefly tell you, what they are and what my plan on using them for is. So first, we got 10 Girls Who Changed the World by Irene Howitt. I've heard really good things about this. I think my plan is to maybe once a week read through one of the stories and then have my daughter just do a small journal entry on that girl, what she learned, what she liked, whatever she wants to. And this will kind of serve a little bit as history for us. I haven't quite nailed down exactly what we will be doing for history, because school is going to be very different for us this year from what we have done previously. But this for sure will get a little bit of that in, and then obviously a little bit of Bible, biblical worldview, that kind of thing. Continuing with that thought, if you guys watch my homeschool goals for 2024, one of my daughter's goals was to learn more about the history of the Bible in the sense of creation and the flood and dinosaurs and all of those questions, all of the things that kind of don't make sense, right? And so I asked my Made to Homeschool friends what their suggestion was for kind of tackling that at my daughter's age. And the overwhelming majority suggested the Answers in Genesis books. So this also is a little bit of history, Bible, that kind of thing. I did get the full boxed set. So this is volumes 1 through 8. I'm thinking maybe we'll read them together, just given the nature of the subjects, right? But yeah, so it's just a kid asks a question and then it gives you the answer with the Bible references at the top. And then it does give you extra scripture down here that you can go and look through and read together. So I'm thinking we will likely do these together, because I'm sure there's going to be questions and things like that. So like I said, volumes 1 through 8. So creation and the fall, dinosaurs and the flood, God and the Bible, sin, salvation and Christian life, space and astronomy, Babel and the Ice Age, evolution and millions of years, and Satan and angels. So those are kind of the topics. Those are the topics for each one of those books. The next one is this Be the Vet book. So we are going to be learning, the beginning half of the year is going to be kind of animal science and veterinarian studies. And so I got this book to go along with that. And this is actually books 1 and books 2, or book 1 and 2. And so, yeah, you read a story of an animal that comes in and is showing whatever signs and symptoms. And then you have an area. We won't be writing in the book. I'll have my daughter do that probably in a separate journal, of like, what would you do, kind of, you know, what are the symptoms and injuries, and then what would you suggest as treatment? And then following that, you have the actual suggested treatment and things from the vet. So really cool way to kind of gain a little bit more knowledge in that. That's what we're totally into right now. And so we're going to spend our first half of the year diving into that a little bit more. The second half of the year, we are going to be doing human body. And so I got the Care and Keeping of You 1 to be a little bit of a read aloud discussion type thing for us in, again, the second half of the year to go along with that. This one, again, is a really big one that I have seen people talking about, has been used for a really long time. And so I'm looking forward to it. You know, it's just, there comes a time where these things you got to talk about them. And, you know, kids grow up and have different things happening and all of that stuff. And so I think this will be a really great resource for us to kind of have conversations. And then the last book that I have here is The Story of Simone Biles. We love the story of books, and my daughter loves Simone Biles right now. When maybe we learned about her through the 50 states unit study that we did last year, maybe that's where she came up. And then we got to watching a lot of videos on her as she was competing in the Olympics and all of that stuff. And so this is just going to be a really fun read for my daughter to start the school year off with. And then when she's done, then I will have her complete a book report on Simone Biles. But I've done many, many videos on this series of books, The Story of, and I love them so much. They are wonderful for kind of your younger independent readers. Because they're colorful, they're fun, they're easier to read, but still have a little bit of a challenge. It is a great alternative to the Who Was, What Was series if your child just isn't quite ready for that series. Highly, highly suggest this one. Okay, and the last thing here is actually for me. I needed some erasable pens for, y'all see that? Because it's already opened, for the planner that I got, that I showed you guys last week. These are the Friction Clicker Erasable Pens. I have the Friction Erasable Highlighters, and I really, really like those. And so I figured I would try out the pens, because I do like having like the different colors for color coordinating different things or different people, right? Like my daughter's one color, I'm one color, all that kind of stuff. But then let's be able to erase that because things change. And so I liked these. There's 7 of them, 7 different colors here: green, pink, purple, light blue, red, dark blue, and black. So yeah, and I've used them a little bit already. So far, so good. They erase fine. It's still a pen, so you still kind of get, you know, like the, not the outline, but you get the impression on the page where you've written, but that's not a big deal to me. So still recommend those. And that is our Amazon haul. I will have everything linked down in the description for you. So, you know, if you want to take a closer look at any of these things or anything like that, it will all be linked there. So you can check that out. But that is it for today's video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.